Break it up. 180. 54 miles. Hey, let's get this.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on him. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you, boy.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Jones, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym. Preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
That puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
What?
He's going to be a sack of taters when I get one.
Look, I'm just going to throw it when I'm down.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, and it'll be a turnover on down. Partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wonder what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind it, and he listened to it.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Every time I end up intercepting there on Devil, it gets a safety. So I'm glad I didn't get it.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a 4th quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
I pushed him down. See, all you just felt like I killed him.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Technical foul.
Here's Trubisky. Pressure gets to Shaquille Barrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I can't even get off a throw.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Fuck, I'm going to give you a wedgie.
No, Wet Willie can put my finger sticking in his ear hole and take off running.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Chatty, flag, what do you got? 59, like the 59. Here we go, D, all day, defense, all day, all day.
Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And he's got
kept
first
going.
down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Yeah, if I just
5
kept
yards
fucking
is the
going,
pickup
though,
there as that extends this drive.
Well, they came into this game saying it was
But I was
important that they
thinking
set the
I was
tone and
inside
show
him,
that
but
they can run the
fucking
football.
running on
I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ready, moving. Check, check. All day, dog.
First carry for Peyton Barber.
Wow.
And he got blown up.
she's supposed to
Losing
block
yardage
that
on the
dude.
play back at the
Fucking
44.
fucking team.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
No shit, Sherlock.
Ready, white 25. Check, 59. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
The end result, 21 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Winston. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Yeah. First, I didn't have no money. I had nothing, just so I don't get
on first down, Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a second and long.
Nobody. And so the dog was done doing her business, so I turned around to go back to the house. And also the dogs, I mean, this dog doesn't look like people.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Growling and snarling.
So they've been playing defense in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
As soon as he's seen that, I saw him.
The Bucs on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Winston now. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And I lost my wallet,
Chris
so I don't
Godwin
have my
there to make the grab
carry.
as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
I'd be winning if I could turn around and throw the ball. No.
B, you seeing this shit?
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion
keep the
on to
controllers
kick
to
this
Bradley.
one
Let me
away.
play Bradley.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Shit, she'll probably beat me.
She's got the game now, too. She's going to learn how to play it, too.
Hell yeah.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Trubisky will throw. Now Trubisky throws the football. Buccaneers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down and fumble the ball.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Yeah, he did.
Like the second time he's done
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Winston to throw for it on 4. And my goodness, this is incomplete. There defensively was Buster screened to knock it away. Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. That race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams, Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Had to try.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now. Winston, and he will find his man on the end round, complete. And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
I know where I'm going to do it, too. If I'm going to intercept it, I know right where it's at. That's Devil, he'll tell you. Right there, I'm going to intercept that shit.
First down, Winston. Caught by Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Jameis to throw it. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
I told you, if I'm going to intercept it, it's going to be right there.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Winston looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
I hate that. You pick your play, and then it goes to 2-minute warning. Really?
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime.
Yeah.
Okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Yeah, let's get 7.
Trubisky now off the bootleg.
Safety. Did you get a safety?
Shaquille Barrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Now, this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Montgomery, and he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Trubisky from his end zone on 3rd and long. And Robinson with a big catch.
Pause it.
Now the Bears going to call the first.
Come on, pause.
Jameis Winston.
Yeah, it's all right. Can you bring me home a couple cans of beer at least? I ain't got nothing but like 2 cans of...
No, Drippy.
Get home now. No, you gotta leave.
There's nothing out there for you.
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna get back because he's live streaming it on YouTube, so Devil's watching too. Love you too.
Told Destiny to let me know if the dog's chasing in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm going to call animal control. I suck at people. I had 6
Haley, can you bring me a couple beers, please, since you're in there?
I hate PvP, Droopy. I hate it.
Devil gets pissed when I put it on pause.
Oh, well, you got a phone call, so.
Yeah.
I have to do it, don't I, Bubba?
Nobody important.
Timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Well, she heard me say I should slap. Thank you, Haley's girls.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. It's complete to
What the fuck is that? What the fuck was that shit? No way. That was a touchdown.
First down for the Bears.
That was a touchdown, and you know it.
I grabbed the shoelace.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, Charles, while we have a second, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now in NFL circles. That's awarding a home game to every division winner, regardless of record. It's happened twice in this decade that we've seen it. This is intercepted.
That's a touchdown.
It's Devin White, the linebacker.
He almost fucked yourself.
For a Buccaneer TD.
Devil did that once.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well. Yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2.
Yeah.
Following the interception, Winston to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
So a very short kicker. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
Yo.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they'd utter a heavy one, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Motherfucker, I just fucking spawned in, you fucking bastard.
Oh, I could tell.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
What I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
And he'll go down. The Bears get the sack. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
What the fuck you're doing? I can't. Oh my God! You come fast after my quarterback. Fast.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yeah, I know, right?
From the shotgun, it's Winston. That'll be tipped and intercepted.
Fucking wrong
Picked
way.
up by Kyle Fuller. And actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Well, this is a good window right here, partner, to wish happy holidays to everybody out there in Madden Land, and happy holidays to you and yours as well.
And the same to you. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, however you celebrate the holiday season.
Yeah, by the way, speaking of, what is your favorite holiday song? Because I know in the elevator on the way up, Rush coming and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
It's like, holy shit. Do something about it. Fucking get rid of
Now,
that
following
ball.
the sack, they'll look to make amends on a
As soon as it
second
touches
down
the
and
quarterback's
17.
head, he's done.
Now Trubisky to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I didn't give him
We
enough
saw this a
time
lot
to
in the
get over
first
when I
half, and
ain't
it
got time.
continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time,
Just
gets his arm back.
I think we've seen this before.
got
Someone's
something
down
here.
3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
Yes, my face is getting
O'Donnell,
longer.
he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
It's a good thing you did that. You got to the 25. You should have taken a knee. But you couldn't.
Oh, no.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just throw it into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
But you did.
Yeah, he
That's all
wasn't.
that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. Under a heavy rush, and down he
As soon as he
goes.
gets the ball, he's done.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On second down now, it's Montgomery. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 22 yards there, a first down.
Runnings ran a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second
What the hell
half.
is he telling me he got stopped behind the line? That's what he said.
I don't know. He's smoking.
No.
Watch my board. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
See, as I'm getting
Levante David
sacked, I'm looking
leading the
downfield,
surge
my
there
guy's
as he
still ain't even
drops him
open.
for a loss of 6.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a third and long. They run. Montgomery. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
There's no way I'm going to do a 50-yard field goal. Can't. There's no.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And look at this, another fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And that will force a turnover on downs.
I never even tried that with Devil. I never even tried that with Devil, though.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Barber on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9. Winston, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And that's a fumble. Give him, come on.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucks up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more.
When the quarterback
Yes.
touches the ball,
First
They
down.
go down, but not before getting
as
this
the quarterback
inside the
touches the
30.
ball,
Ain't
he's
nothing to
sacked.
see here, just your standard 4th down
I don't
gain
even
of
have time to
28
throw it.
yards. And the drive
Should've
keeps
got
going.
sacked. I got sacked. My guy downfield still wasn't even open. Where'd you go? You were quiet. Just watching?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Didn't pick the right play.
Ready. White 25.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Roll down your back.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Gadwin. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play.
Ready.
That play don't suck.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
I already know I suck, so you don't have to. But I'm still going to fucking play. I beat you more than one time. Shut up.
Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, that's a
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Yes, it is.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
But he ain't hitting 100. I don't think he's going to hit 50. No, I don't think he's going to get 50.
Did you even hit 50 against him?
Yeah, he got 50 something.
No,
54.
no, I think it was 40.
No, it was 54. 54, 56, something like that. I know, it's on my stream.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. They go back to the ground with Jones going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bears will get the football
back. As soon as the gunning quarterback touches the ball, bam, I'm down.
That's what he was trying to give me.
Oh, he's doing it.
And he did it to me a few times.
Oh, he's done it to me. He's done it to me. Over and
at the line,
over.
prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
He comes back and like, you motherfucker.
On first down, Trubisky.
Safety.
Shaquille Barrett in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Trubisky back into his end zone. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Oh, the James Bond
really
card,
don't
really?
like it. I don't like the looks of it. That's why it's like, no, I'm not buying that damn thing.
He's going to get a fucking penalty.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago.
Oh, shit.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop.
Yes, I'm beering up. So I might ain't gonna matter.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Now Jones.
Oh, where the fuck you come from?
And this is going to result in losing yardage.
Yeah.
They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
If I could at least throw the ball. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm going to be doing now?
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Practicing against your team.
They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
Play on hard. And play hard. And play. Yes. And go with hard.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Winston. This goes to Barber, the running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
This motherfucker's offense, maybe.
He's got to get glasses.
Oh, wait. What are you doing?
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. Now Winston on 4th down.
No.
And it'll be intercepted.
Damn.
Picked off by Buster Screen. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
It's coming, and down he goes.
As soon as he touches
Shaquille Barrett in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
What the hell are you fucking doing? It's like my guys ain't even trying to fucking block him. No, it's gonna hurt. I can't hit you. I can't
So
block
that
you.
complicates things a bit here.
It's gonna hurt.
18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
See, look
Here's
at that.
Trubisky.
Fucking
Oh, he
fell.
missed.
Gets to him and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
The hell, I could have ran and got some
To Vita
Yeah,
Vea.
big old fucking Samoan.
I think
just
most
took his ass
quarterbacks
out.
would love to have the goal line actually extend
That's
up
a
into the
Samoan.
air and
That's
turn
gotta
into
be
a
a
wall.
Samoan.
So they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the
That dude's gotta be a
field so they don't
Samoan.
end up in the
He has
end
long
zone.
hair.
Didn't do it on that play,
fucking
but
gotta be
perilously
a
close
Oh,
to the
that's
goal
not
line.
his fucking
Here's
real
Pat
hair.
O'Donnell now.
That's not
As
his.
he's on to punt for Chicago.
That's not his real hair.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to
fucking did it
throw.
again.
And a big turnover there as his guys will
Stay
get
on
the
your feet so
football
at least
back.
run a little
Wrong
bit.
fucking...
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game.
Ball, man.
Instead of being able to shut the door,
the
it's
right
still
fucking
cracked
thing, man.
open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he
I at
goes.
least want to get rid of the damn
And
thing.
on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection.
And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here to this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed.
And a free kick.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This will be taken at the 10.
All my players are up there.
Remember that car show where every once in a while they threw in freebies for them?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the car show, but the freebie, they'd only get so much money for a car, but then they'd throw in rims or something like that, or tires.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Ready, blue lady. Check, 59. No gain on this defense, no gain.
Now Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
He fucking just ripped it. Oh, he fumbled it.
They just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record.
Hate your team.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a run with Montgomery.
You're not going
met
nowhere.
in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Open man, Tanner Gabriel. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
You're probably practicing against them. No?
No, I went to actual practice today and learned some plays and shit. You can play the same play over and over and over again. You just gotta learn to use them.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
And they do work if you can fucking throw.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky.
Wow.
And this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
He should be able to see, here, this dude's open. How do you throw that fucking far? There's no way.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I lost a lot of fucking yards on that shit, too.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Jameis to throw.
Oh, thank God.
And that'll be incomplete.
Oh.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time He was reaching to bring in the football. Really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Bucs on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be third and a mile. Here's Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Hey. Yes, you are winning. By everything. By everything.
This offense has gone for it 5 times already. They're now going to go for a 6th fourth down try. To throw, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
See?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I did a short play. So
he was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
3 defenders showing at him.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now on 2nd and 16, Trubisky. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I didn't even wait for him to get open. I just threw it. As soon as I touched it.
Check. Walk 54. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Jesus
too great, and he goes down once more. Jason Pierre-Paul picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way. The ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
Oh, shit, I'm gonna do something. I can't do that shit.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Garden. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
Wait a second. Now you're back on. I was telling Joey, I says, hey, how come you guys, do that with your nutting mic. Do that with your mic. You know, damn, that's what I was telling him. I says, hey, listen, fucking, you guys are 70 and 80. Listen, I told him he wasn't going to get 50. He did not even get 40. And just as I was going for my goddamn touchdown or field goal, time ran out. Shit. I was in the red zone. Oh, hell yeah, we'll play again. Now I gotta go use the little boys' room. Shit. And go get on some PTA. No, I'm not